Alex, I'm here at the second annual Elote Luchador run, a 5K run here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, benefiting the local YMCA. With so much in the news these days, I want to find out if people know more about pop culture or what really matters in the news. Okay, what's your name, sir?
My name is El Fantasma Rojo.
What brought you out here to the run today?
I go to Elote for their tacos and heard about the run and trying to get into runner shape. I'm still in training, obviously.
Okay, and do you wrestle? Have you ever wrestled?
No, I've never done the wrestle.
The Florida man who claimed he shot Trayvon Martin in self-defense, do you know his name?
I've heard it.
Okay. Do you know the name of Jay-Z and Beyonce's baby?
Don't care.
Oh, yeah, that's a good answer. I like that answer. All right. Former Rutgers student Daru Ravi was recently convicted of committing what act in his dorm room?
Sexual assault?
Yeah, that's close. He filmed his roommate.
Okay, harassment.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know who the governor of Oklahoma is?
It's Mary Fallon, is it not?
Yes, that is correct. The New York Jets recently acquired which high-profile quarterback from the Denver Broncos?
Oh, man, you definitely picked the wrong person for these questions because I really don't care.
All right. Is there anything that you do care about, sir?
I play a lot of disc golf.
In 2011, 3 Tulsa police officers and an ATF agent were sentenced on corruption charges including stealing money and carrying firearms during drug trafficking. Can you name any one of the 4?
I cannot.
Okay. I'll give you the names. It's Jeff Henderson, Harold Wells, Brandon McFadden, and J.J. Gary.
Okay, I read some articles, but I didn't, recollect.
Look at that fast turtle go.
Welcome to the Infowars Nightly News. I'm your host, JJackson, here in the $1 Million Studio, as you can see. Let's get right into it. Top story, headline. Federal judge slaps FBI for continuing OKC bombing cover-up. Yeah, give him a good backhand there, Judge. You can read this full article at the Republic magazine, but here's just a small piece that you can find on Infowars.com. During a March 20th hearing in Salt Lake City, U.S. District Judge Clark Wattops described as astounding the FBI's claim that critical video of the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing had simply gone missing. Of course, we're referring to the 1995 bombing of the Mural Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City. Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols being convicted of that crime. I just want everybody to know that not all Oklahomans buy the official story. I'm a proud Oklahoman myself. Back to the Mural building. Did you know that there were bombs found inside the building? And I don't mean pieces of the original Ryder truck bomb that exploded other places. I mean fully intact, explodable bombs, that had not been detonated inside the building.
The Justice Department is reporting that a second explosive device has been found in the AP Murrah building in downtown Oklahoma City.
Lastly, on this topic, I'd encourage everybody to check out a documentary titled A Noble Lie, which is actually available at Infowars.com. It's a documentary about the Oklahoma City bombing, and has interviews with survivors, first responders, everybody like that. And you can see victims on there who are clearly not satisfied with the way the investigation was handled. And you just checked it out for yourselves, all right? Moving on. We'll talk about a little bit of entertainment propaganda here. You've heard Alex talk about films like The Hunger Games and Prometheus and the propaganda, that lies therein. It makes me think about, propaganda I see. There's always the debate. Does this serve as a warning of something to come? Does the writer have some kind of insight? Or is this just, like I said, a propaganda piece, so we'll accept it? So I looked into a few things here. I'll talk about a TV show, a feature film, and also a video game. Now, let me preface this by saying that when I mention these things, I'm not saying they're bad, they're evil. I'm not saying you have to go boycott them or anything. I mean, if this inspires you to do anything, just contact the networks, the distributors, the whoever, and just let them know that, you recognize the things that they're doing and, you'd like them to stop, especially with this one. You don't want them indoctrinating your kids. All right, Cartoon Network series Young Justice. It's a show about superhero sidekicks in the DC universe, okay? The cast includes Robin, Aqualad, Superboy, I'm sure more to come. We'll start here with episode 18, titled Secrets. During a school dance, a student sends a prank text message to his classmates concerning a phony alien invasion, after which a voice comes over the intercom, the school intercom, and says, quote, Homeland Security advises everyone to stay inside the gymnasium. This is not meant as a confirmation of any alien invasion. Just cut the alien invasion out of that. Homeland Security advises everyone to stay inside the gymnasium. Advises everybody to stay inside the Superdome, inside the FEMA camp. You know, just take a look at that. I'll include a link here. Now, when I say links, these aren't links to the actual footage itself. These are links to relevant factual events and articles that you can look at for yourself that, you know, parallel what the fiction is talking about. Moving on. Episode 19, titled Misplaced. During an emergency, the team hacks into every communication device on the planet. Robin, you know, Batman's sidekick Robin says, quote, "We are using Justice League tech to cast and stream to every TV, radio, computer, and smartphone on the planet." You know, you've already heard, I believe it's either Verizon or Sprint who sends out the emergency text message. Now, if this was some kind of opt-in program, if you wanted somebody to pop on your PlayStation and tell you what's going on, that's fine. But I don't like it. They can take over any device you have and broadcast their message, because it's not always going to be, you know, there's a tornado or earthquake, or, you know, the ghost of Bin Laden is, you know, back on the streets or whatever. It's not always going to be something like that. It's going to be used to, you know, promote whatever agenda of whoever is in office at the time, you know. All right, so we'll move on here. Episode 23, titled Insecurity. Face scanning cameras are used in an airport to identify supervillain Sportsmaster. Yes, there's a supervillain called Sportsmaster, and don't feel bad if you never heard of him. When team member Zatanna makes a joke about a supervillain walking through an airport in his costume, Green Arrow replies, "In street clothes. Facial recognition software picked up the ID." TSA is already doing enough, man. They're strip searching people. They're let's just call it what it is. They're molesting people. They're ripping out colostomy bags, and people just stand there powerless, you know, afraid to say something, afraid to do something. And I'm not saying attack the guy. Just stand up, you know, because it's to a point where you can't even avoid the airports and, you know, stay away from them. They're on the streets now, and I'll try to include a link to that as well. All right, we'll move on to a film here, Transformers 3. I'm sure it needs no introduction. When communications fell in the city of Chicago, Agent Simmons, played by actor John Turturro, orders that everything with a camera, including ATMs, be hacked for a visual. This is a point, I believe, in the film where they come to a bridge and they're trying to lift it up, but, you know, communications is down, so they can't do it. So they make contact via, you know, everything being hacked. I mean, do you want somebody hacking into anything? This is pretty much any electrical device. You know, they put out an article a couple weeks ago about how they can spy on you through your dishwashers. People brag about this. Your government brags about this. The U.S. government brags about how they can spy on you through your dishwasher. I mean, if you think they can't spy on you through your phone, then you're kidding yourself. We'll finish here with the video game Black Ops. And before you guys turn this video off, I know a lot of you guys think Black Ops is the gospel truth. You know, I'm not bashing the game itself. It's just a few things that are interesting to point out. I mean, I'm not knocking any of these things, because I watched them, I played them because I enjoyed them. It's just things I'd like to, you know, be known about them. The player assumes the role of main character and Special Forces operative Alex Mason. Throughout the course of the game, Mason is subjected to physical and psychological torture by the CIA in order to extract information. You know, Obama passed the NDAA Act, which allows him to illegally arrest and detain anybody, torture anybody. It's a scary thought, man, and I just really wish people would take this information and just do something with it. Text, tweet, whoever have you contact, Cartoon Network, Activision, Hasbro, whoever, and just let them know that you know what they're up to, okay? All right, that's it for this edition of the Infowars Nightly News. I'm JJackson.
Alex, I'm here in eastern Oklahoma at the Tulsa Gun Show, one of the largest gun shows in the region. With record gun sales, it's no surprise that this place is jam-packed. What is surprising is that the Department of Homeland Security sees fit to arm itself with 450 million bullets. That's right, manufacturer ATK won a 5-year contract to provide 450 million hollow point bullets. Who knows what all those bullets will be used for, but as long as the Second Amendment stays intact, I'm sure these fine folks won't have a problem defending themselves. For Infowars Nightly News, this is JJackson.